when I come out in the draft, what I need from you is I need to check, to start this brand.
But it's a sacrifice though, because what if they like no? I'm not about to give you that. What you gonna turn down the deal?
You think Li Ning not finna jump on that? They got the goddamn D-Ways, they got the ways, ways, bro. They gonna jump. So that's the thing. Like we looking at okay, well Nike ain't gonna, but
somebody is
gonna take. Welcome to BAKTalk. I'm Rhea Ban.
See Rich.
I don't even know my fucking name no more. We here, man. We talking about Lavar Ball, and I'm starting to fuck with Lavar, man. I'm starting to see Lavar Ball vision, and I'm fucking with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just recently, there was a story that came out, and they were talking about the Nike exec, George Raveling, who had something to say to the effect of, LaVar Ball was the worst thing to happen to basketball in 100 years.
My man's like that.
And as much as, whatever feelings you have about LaVar and the way that he carried himself, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of a long time ago. We just had a video, we was just talking about, HBCUs and how they can, benefit from athletics. And what I'm seeing from LaVar, man, I'm seeing somebody who's, like he said, and when he based it on his response to what was said, he said, if it hasn't been done in 100 years, then obviously we're doing something right.
I feel what he's saying. I feel like with him, it's a more of a me versus my family versus the world type mentality.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do it my own way. Fuck how everybody else did it. This is how we gonna run it. We gonna run this shit, and it's gonna be successful. That's why I like that. I like that about him. Even though it's out there, but it sells at the end of the day. Yeah. People tuned in. Like, who is this guy? Like,
and the main thing, like, I'm gonna be honest, the Big Baller brand T-shirts and stuff, they ugly. Like, I'm not gonna buy none, but I would give money just because I fuck with the cause. But what the reason why they're so scared, man? Because I saw that they were talking about Lonzo wasn't gonna be getting signed to Nike, Adidas, or Under Armour. And so they already asked them, maybe Reebok want to jump to it. Reebok gave money to Rick Ross, so maybe they do it for the culture. But what I'm looking at is these companies are really just scared, bro. Like they see the writing on the wall. If this catches on, this is something where they're gonna lose money on.
It's gonna backfire.
If every major athlete is looking like, okay, why do I gotta sign with Nike when I'm the person who everybody mess with? If you look at LeBron came into the league. He could have went anywhere and they would have sold, and the brand would have sold. So if everybody's thinking, because you look at like Instagram, we joke about all our friends, have clothing lines. Everybody got a Remy weave they want to sell, but
waist trainer.
Everybody got a waist trainer brand. But the reality is, bro, like if everybody's marketing and branding themselves, why do I need another brand outside of? If you want to mess with me, I'm gonna like the kind of how label deals do. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I'll give you a piece of what I have going on, but I just need you for the facilities. If you're gonna make a shoe for me, cool. But I'm gonna keep ownership of my brand, and y'all can mess with me. Have my name on it. So that's what he's doing. He's making he's trying to get a licensing deal with these guys, so that he can kind of keep his name, and he's gonna be benefiting off it like Jordan does. You know what I'm saying? So I think the vision long term is fucking with it.
But it's gonna, at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to what his son's doing though. He ain't gonna make no money if his son's gonna be a bust.
They gotta ball out.
It's so much pressure on this first one coming out the draft. There's gonna be so much pressure on him to do good. Because
I gotta root for Lonzo, and I wasn't even a Lonzo fan.
I wasn't either.
I think he's talented.
I feel like it was hype.
No.
You feel like he actually pretty good?
No. He's good, bro. He's good, but I would pick Fultz over him. Markelle Fultz, you probably know from Washington. He's nice. And even Jason Tatum from Duke.
I like him way better than I just don't. I don't know. Maybe because LaVar Ball, like I just can't see his physical.
You mean Lonzo?
Lonzo. Yeah. The way he looks and plays the game is kind of like, I don't know. I can't see it translate to the NBA level. It's not like he need to get his weight up.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's not NBA
Get him a
ready.
meal plan, bro. Get him on that vegetarian shit you on.
Oh, his dad got him straight.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
But nah, definitely. What I see with that, man. If we have everybody who has, you know, imagine 5 of our top 5 recruits in the nation next year, they choose, okay, we go to Nike, all right, cool, Nike. There's a business, there's capital, what's the name for those guys, man, who just like invest? Venture capitals.
Okay.
You got a bunch of venture capitals out there who jump on.
Yeah, they looking what's the
on,
next big dollar,
yeah.
like, you know, what's gonna make them money in the long run. So I mean, if you're really talented enough, like we said in the HBCU show, I mean, if you're really talented enough and you prove when you get to the league that you can play at this caliber, it's gonna come. Like regardless, if you turn out a Nike deal, other players gonna like he turned out a Nike deal, what? Yeah. So then it's gonna become a cool thing. It's gonna become a trend. Like, no, I'm not about to sign with Nike. I'm not about to sign with Adidas. I'm gonna have my own brand, or somebody else from one of these little smaller brands is gonna come and support me.
Right.
Or I'm gonna be able to brand my own name on that. Instead of, you know, somebody looking at the shoe and they looking at it as a Nike shoe.
Right.
They don't look at it as like, okay, that's a C Rich shoe. That's a C Rich shirt.
I mean, to be honest, bro, like if you really think about it, okay, Nike. Let's say Nike make a shoe for J.R. Smith. Are you really gonna go buy? Because they J.R. Smiths. You're not gonna buy them. It's no disrespect. I like J.R. Smith, but he's not a star, so it's really based on star power. You're only gonna buy shoes
but
from
look,
the
a lot of
star.
them shoes don't sell.
They don't.
LeBron's don't sell no more.
They don't.
They don't. You
Hey,
see, when you go on Nike, you look
Talk
at
to my boy C. Rich about sneaker culture. Y'all can log on to BAKTalkmedia.com. You be on it.
Them shoes don't sell, like, cause you know you go on Nike, it's always a sale on them because nobody's buying them. The colorways are ugly, and then there's no thought from the athlete. The athlete doesn't. I feel like the athletes that's wearing these shoes don't go to Nike like, hey, this is how I want my shoe designed.
Nah, hell no.
Nike's sitting there doing it, so
Yeah.
that's why the character of the shoe is lost through that, because it's like the player, he just wearing it because Nike paying him to wear it at the end of the day.
Right.
So I mean, why not just do your own thing, man? At the end of the day,
They're not thinking about it from. If you really think about it, bro, we go through school for what, 12 years? How many of the 12 years we focus on finance and business? They don't
that
teach
is
us
key.
business.
That is key.
So, I mean,
That is key.
if you're coming out of it from a poverty standpoint,
Yeah.
you're gonna take a check.
First dollar.
You're not gonna think about, okay, long term, 5 years from now, I may not have $1 million today,
Exactly.
but 5 years from now I can have 10. We're not thinking it's just like record deals. You get an advance for $2 million. Never mind that that's for the album budget. So you spending money that you don't have, but you know it's a matter of a poverty mindset where you want to come up real quick, and you're not thinking about the long term.
Yeah,
So
you like that's number one. Like you said, educating your finances. Like I'm learning that now. It took me my whole life. I mean, I'm 20, but I'm learning how to get more educated in my finances because that's key in the long run. Because our generation is stuck in the now of money.
yeah,
On how I'm gonna get that car today, I'm gonna have that designer today, tomorrow. They ain't worried about later on in life. You gotta make a lot of sacrifices. So when it comes down to these
you want to make a
deals and
sacrifice.
everything,
You want to be that dude now.
you gotta place your bets, like I'm saying, on your talent and
Right.
be like, hey, look, I think this is what's gonna be best for me 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road. And I'm gonna put all my money on my talent to get me my own brand, my own deal, whatever I want, instead of letting these people control you. That's
Right.
basically what they're doing, they're controlling you.
Right.
And using your name.
They using your star power to
Exactly.
capitalize
Exactly.
on. So I mean, yeah, I mean, and I'm 27. This man is 20, and I would say, honestly, you probably have a little bit. And I focus. That's one of the things that I regret actually. Like, I spent 27 years. I know so much about history, all these other subjects. I know a little bit about economics from a history standpoint,
Yeah.
but I don't know a lot about how they investments and stocks and bonds. I don't know all that. I learned more from him in terms of investment from a 20-year-old. So it's not a matter if we have to get off the thing where we think that it's too late to learn something.
Or scared. People are scared. People are scared.
Right.
There's no
You're
point.
intimidated by knowing or having this knowledge of finance, because then, I mean, with that, with more knowledge comes the responsibility. You know what's right and wrong.
Exactly. So
now-
nobody can't just take advantage of you.
Right.
Because like, I did my studies. I know
Right.
what's going on as far as finances, so you can't fool me. So I mean, at the end of the day, we just have to be more aware, you know, be more confident in our talents as players. Like Lavar Ball is very confident in his kids. I give him that. Like, I mean, I would love to have a dad like that. I mean, I'd be like, hey, okay, you need to calm down a little bit. I mean, I'm good and all, but you know, you put a lot of pressure on me. But at the end of the day, he believes in his kids. Like, that's crazy. Like, he believes his kids is really the next LeBron. I don't agree with it.
And they say he been like that. If you talk, because a lot of people don't know, LaVar was in the NFL. He was playing in the NFL. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he never played in the game, I don't believe, but his teammates would say, nah, that was how he was always, but we always knew it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, like it was a joke.
Yeah.
Like, he knew he couldn't beat Jordan, but he would say it because he just had that type of confidence in himself, even if the result wasn't the same way. Definitely check us out, man. BAKTalkmedia.com. You can find us, you can find me at Rhea Ban, at Rhea Ban, on Instagram, at Rhea Ban, on Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff.
You can find me CRich Productions _ on IG. Follow. I'm pretty good at photography. If you need any, I'm alright.
My man, the best photographer in the game.
If y'all need any looks or anything, just holler at me. Follow me on Twitter, CRich1 on Twitter, Snapchat out there too. As well, follow our Twitter, BAKTalk Media.
Follow us on Instagram, BAKTalk Media on Instagram.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, definitely.
On YouTube.
Dang, we fucking up, man. BAKTalk podcast, man.
Exactly.
We're gonna have a few episodes coming soon. Y'all check for that. It's gonna be it's a little bit different things. We've been gone for a minute, but we're gonna switch up the lineup a little bit. You'll see a few different shows jumping off soon.
Different guests coming on.
Definitely, y'all. Of course, we still gonna have myself, CRich, and K, but we got a few other surprises, man, coming.
Exactly.
So definitely be on the lookout for the next episode. But man,
That's about it.
BAKTalk Media.